Hey, it's the Entertainment Idiots with Alex Privman and
Michael Segal. What's up, guys? Well, you guys what movie we walked out of seeing? That's right, the Peanuts. Yeah, actually, we actually did.
Hey, this is Alex Privman. The first time I'm showing
Wait,
this.
what the heck? He's showing his face?
Yeah, that's right. Well, for today we are going to be reviewing the Charlie Brown Christmas special called A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Wait, I thought we were reviewing the Peanuts movie.
For this movie, IMDb gives a 8.4 out of 10.
Makes sense.
And 92% from Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa. And TV.com gets it an 8 out of 10. Huh. All appropriate ratings.
Wait a minute. The Peanuts movie? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm serious.
We just saw that 2 days ago.
True, but now you just stated the clip.
Oh. So, the movie starts off with a bunch of kids ice skating in a frozen pond during the wintertime.
Yeah, but ultimately they're skate.
Hey, what's up, guys? Come on. Yeah,
Wait.
Big Cheese, they got a king hole.
Wait.
Where's Charlie Brown?
And Snoopy.
I don't know. Also, why are we smiling?
And where's Woodstock?
I don't know.
Meanwhile, Charlie Brown is seemingly depressed as he usually is.
Like on all holidays.
Well, what do you expect?
He always complains how Christmas is a time where,
Oh,
Give
hi,
him.
Linus.
yes, you get introduced to his best friend Linus.
Meanwhile, Snoopy decides to drag Linus and Charlie Brown by the neck. Man, I hope he's alright. Oh!
And Charlie Brown hits the tree.
And the logo.
Yes, it does. But Charlie Brown's looking out his window, still depressed about this whole Christmas thing.
Hey, come on, Charlie Brown. It doesn't really matter your religion. I mean, hey, I'm Jewish.
He goes and checks into his mailbox and finds out there's no Christmas cards for him.
Oh, man.
Gets mad about it because, it's kind of sad not getting Christmas cards. I like Christmas cards, don't you?
Well, I'm not Christian, so I wouldn't know, but for record, I should point out this takes place in 1965, because that's when this came out.
Yes. But he goes up to Violet and with a sarcasm says, "Oh, thanks for the Christmas card," and she didn't really do it.
While his friends decided to, eat some snow. I remember doing that as a kid, like trying to stick out your tongue to catch the snow. Don't you?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
While Linus shows some talent with his blanket, Lucy starts to get annoying.
Really annoying.
Hey, what are you going to do with that blanket when you get older? Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe I'll make it into a sports coat.
Like this.
Charlie Brown, still depressed, starts to go for some psychiatric help.
By the way, Lucy, you're not a licensed therapist. Hashtag Family Guy style.
The doctor is in, and Lucy starts questioning Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown starts to say things like, "I'm depressed because of Christmas."
Lucy, you better watch your back.
Charlie Brown starts questioning Lucy, and she starts thinking of all this kind of fears because she thinks that he might be afraid of something.
But what is he afraid of?
The reindeer?
I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is you're not a licensed therapist.
You said that before.
Yeah, I know. I can't do anything to her, but Peter Griffin can.
Ugh, God.
Yeah. Anyway, but ultimately they're talking about this, and but ultimately she's just making Charlie Brown more depressed. Makes you wonder if he's suffering from something else in reality.
Who knows?
Well, Lucy offers Charlie Brown the chance to be the director of the Christmas play, so basically he could discover what the true meaning of Christmas is.
She always complains about her experiences on Christmas, and he also tells her he doesn't know anything about how to direct an actual Christmas play.
Well, what do you expect? He's like, what, 8 in this? I don't know. How old are these characters?
I don't know. This is the 60s, okay?
Fine.
So Charlie Brown's sister asks him to help her write a Christmas letter to Santa.
Ho, 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 and all of that. I could easily do his part, says Charlie Brown. Not.
But he tells her he doesn't want to because he has to head back to the auditorium. Apparently his sister's speech is really long about this whole list about Santa, and Charlie Brown is kind of getting fed up with it, and he just wants to get out of here because of this.
The scene cuts ultimately back to the auditorium to the most famous scene, in my opinion, of all the Peanuts. I mean, a lot of shows did parodies of this, as far as I know. Even Fairly Odd Parents did this once. And then it immediately goes for Lucy to be quiet to everyone else.
Oh, come on, Lucy, let them have some fun. I mean, your parents aren't even around. I mean, just enjoy yourself. I mean, where are their parents anyway? I mean, every single time there's an adult on the show, all I hear them is like, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, that's actually really funny.
True, but where are their parents anyway?
I'm not sure. Charles Schultz, really did not want any adults to be featured in his comics.
Huh, that's kind of odd.
Charlie Brown enters the auditorium and everyone gives him a round of applause.
Hey, no dogs allowed in here.
So Charlie Brown starts talking about all the things he's going to do to be this whole thing director and tells everybody about all the hand gestures he makes in order for them to understand that he's going to command them.
Yeah, this could go either way. I mean, I was in a school play a couple of times over the years, and, well, it just depends how good of a director Charlie Brown can actually be.
Apparently nobody's doing anything right and Charlie Brown gets mad about this. He acknowledges everybody to do everything the entire play correctly. So Charlie Brown asks Lucy to pass out all the parts to each cast member fitting their perfect role. Like, for instance, a character named Shermie, who's asked to play a shepherd, and he states that every Christmas he's always played as a shepherd.
Huh, I always seem to be the one who plays the German shepherd. Also, why am I talking like this?
So Lucy gets fed up because nobody's listening to the director, and Snoopy next to her decides to mock her about everything that she's literally saying.
Yes, I mean, come on.
Why are you mocking me?
And
Dog drool! I've been dog slobbered!
yes, it's that famous dog drool scene from Charlie Brown. So Linus complains that he won't be able to memorize any of the lines that Lucy just gave him for his own part in the play.
Charlie Brown is basically ordering them because they're not getting along perfectly well, and as a result, well, they start a conflict with Charlie over here. Well, what do you expect? You kind of have to, follow the director, but at the same time, it's kind of a little hard at the same time, to work as a team when you're performing a play.
So the cast members try it once again by dancing just to improve their work, and Lucy seems to be really into it, but Charlie Brown, not so much, to the point where he throws his horn.
He's throwing his horn. My God! Got it.
So Charlie Brown has the idea to get a Christmas tree because that's what he feels that will solve the entire play problem, because obviously it's a Christmas play. What kind of Christmas play does not have a Christmas tree?
I don't know. This one, apparently.
So he decides to take Linus along with him, and the crew tells him, get a really nice tree and you'll be all fine.
And he doesn't.
Of course!
Charlie Brown and Linus are at a tree park where they're looking for many trees, but apparently all these trees are metallic and sound like they're metal because Linus bangs on it. And it shows up this big, huge zoom in of all the trees around.
Yeah. Hey, how about this one, Charlie Brown?
No, I want a really bad one.
And they come across the little tiny tree, which is that very famous tree used in this whole film. Linus eventually warns Charlie Brown not to take that tree, as Lucy did say, get a big tree for the entire play. But Charlie Brown doesn't really care, wants to take it because he feels it needs a home, and that decorating it is going to make it look really nice. On the other hand, Linus still tells him it's not that very much of a good idea, and Charlie Brown decides to go along with it. Charlie Brown comes back with the tree and shows everybody what he got, but they're not that pleased. When they come aboard and see all this entire thing, they are extremely pissed off now. They call him stupid and that they have no idea what the heck he just got, and start shaming him for being a bad person and a really big loser.
Well, they seem to be hypocrites. I mean, he only did this just so that way he would discover Drew Me and Christmas. And yet they're not even helping him anymore. Hypocrites!
And didn't Lucy say he's the director?
He is the director. He's in charge of finding the props.
Dude, put that bat down.
Yet you don't respect him?
Dude, wait.
What?
Just put the bat down.
No! I've had it! Ah!
So Linus tells Charlie Brown the true meaning of Christmas because he asked him what it really means.
But ultimately, it's actually a really touching scene, I will admit.
Yes, and it's by far the most famous scene in the entire movie. Charlie Brown doesn't care what anybody says and decides to take the tree home with him and actually decorate it because he feels it's more important to him than the others.
Yeah, it makes sense, but too bad he forgot about the play, but he just
He knows it's the right thing to do, and, well, that.
When he gets home, he decides to take an ornament off of Snoopy's doghouse and put it on his own tree to make it special. But apparently,
Unfortunately, well,
it falls off.
down.
And Charlie, being all hopeless about this, does not like it and thinks he killed it, being all hopeless for Christmas. After he leaves, all of his friends crowd around the tree, and Linus starts to realize that it's not such a bad tree after all, along with the other friends. Maybe he just needs a little love. Direct quote from the movie. Everybody gathers around the tree, gets all the stuff from Snoopy's doghouse, and
Snoopy
actually
must be pissed.
make an entire small Christmas tree. And no, Snoopy's right in the corner. He's so totally okay with his house. And they say
But
Charlie
ultimately,
Brown's
he
not
comes
that bad.
back and he realizes what the tree now looks like, and they all wish him a Merry Christmas, and they start to sing.
Yes, just like the classic 1965 Christmas special that was aired on TV and viewed by at least 1 million TVs.
Go figure. Anyway, this special is really good overall, and I give this one like maybe an 8.5 out of 10. How about you?
It's a very good 8.9 for me.
But ultimately, this thing is good simply because of how simple it is.
Good night, and subscribe.
We are the Entertainment Idiots, and we wish you a happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next review.
Reviewing Iron Man.
Hey, sorry about the whole bat thing earlier. You're cool with that, right, man?
Yeah. Give me that.
Uh-oh.